Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a certified Zentangle teacher, and today we're going to take a look at the tangle Pom Dok Ma.I by Susie Ngamsuwan. And I hope I pronounced that right. I'm not very sure about that last bit. Susie does that on a lot of hers. It's not necessarily this. I've seen the I.am, so that's like this backwards. So I don't know, but I hope I got it close. All right, so this starts off with a triangle, or excuse me, a triangle. Okay, learn your shapes, Heather. A diamond in the middle. Okay, and I keep making mine bowing in, and I don't want that, but it is what it is, and we'll deal with it. Okay, and then each side we're going to aura. Well, you don't have to do each side separately. You can do each side. We'll start with an aura. That sounds better. And then we're going to finish the triangle on each side. And I was trying to make them with, a little bit of a curve in there just because it seems to help some of the other steps. However it's going to end up is however it's going to end up, and it's all good. And I should mention also, it's a special tangle today, special day, as I am starting my, at the time of this recording, my 16th consecutive trip through the 100-day project. And if you're not familiar with that, I can't remember if let's see. I know I put the hashtag in there. I think it's the100dayproject.com or org maybe. I think it's .com. Anyway, it's a thing where you do something for 100 days. I think they just usually do it one time a year, but I have this thing about not breaking the chain, so I've just kept going for a while. So this is Daily Tangle number 1501. And I like watching the number keep piling up, and I also like not breaking the chain. So, all right, from here, now I did split up the step outs just a little bit more than Susie did because I needed to see what I was doing as far as the steps go. All right, this first one, these lines that we did, the bottom of the triangle that's auraing that diamond. I'm gonna trace over the whole thing and come up just a little bit. And if I have some curve in there, great. And if I don't, that's all right too. Apparently I've drawn this a little bit small. Oh well. Oh wait, okay, now hold on. Oh, let me not do that wrong. Did you almost see that? Oh, that was scary. Okay. So coming up here, and two, if you can eyeball, where the tip is, and drawing it, making a straight line, in your mind. I was trying to keep this line to the left side of it, like not going past it. And I'll explain why in a minute. So if you just turn your tile, which way we're going? Counterclockwise, so to the left. And then we're doing the same thing over again. So here's this line. I'm going to trace over it like that. Turn, same thing. Oh, and let's have the pen stop working. This is my challenge pen, apparently. All right. Next step is kind of like the Celtic knot idea. And if you've done some of those on here, you'll understand. So following this line that we have here, we want to have that line be solid on this side too. So I'm going to fill in this little gap here, like so. And then same thing, turn your tile. It's like, okay, there's the line I did. Then I'm going to just connect that, close that little gap. So then we have this, I don't know why I like to call them paths, but I do. All right, let's trace over all of this. Yeah, like that. Okay. Oh, and one more. Okay, I think I need to get a different pen, but oh wait, let's see. Let's see if I have one right handy right here that has a better nib on it. We'll see if this one is broken too. Okay. Now, 1, 2, 3, that's step 4. So step 5 on my version of the step outs. All right, I'm going to now Which side am I doing? I'm doing the inside. Okay, so tracing over this, so that last line of the triangle, and we're going to take that and come up. Now, this is why I said to leave them a little short. That one I had to kind of bend it a little weird. But so if you can get like a nice curve, and then you can always, make up the line there if you need to. So I could have probably done to have left those a little shorter, but that's okay. So like this, it's like, oh, then I can just fill that in. Plenty easy. All right, and just remembering what I'm doing like that. Okay. Got all of those. Next, we're going to come to the other side. So this one, it's a clear shot, and this one, we're going to meet this. So I'm thinking hollow, so I'm kind of air drawing over that just to get where I want to start, and then just having those meet up. And it's one of those, if you extend it a little bit past, that's okay. But that one we're wanting to meet. And then sometimes you do like this. And then you just have to get the other side to meet up. Okay. Then, now this one I have us doing both sides because it's easy to see. So we have this without an end like that, right? So what we want to do is, let's see. Like that. So we're just hollow bowing underneath this. Bringing it up to a point. On all four sides. And okay, then the last step is in between these. I mean, that kind of looks cool the way it is. But we're just going to put a little kind of S-shaped wavy line in between. Ooh, let's try it down this way. And so I'm tracing over a little bit of this end. And then same thing here, just a little bit, so that way there's some continuity is what I like to say. And to me, it helps with the flow a little bit. Then it's like, then as we're lining up to have that line go into the next one, for whatever reason, it lines it up really nicely. And I don't know, I just like doing that. And that is it, except for you to play with it and add shading, add tangles, and as I let's do some shading, and as I do that, oh, here's this. As I do that, I forgot. Oh, do take a look at this. As I do that, let me tell you to go take a look at the For More Inspiration link in the description section. This, I know I don't have to leave a whole lot. And I'm also trying to do it so that way I am not reaching the pencil like I had just done a minute ago over like this. It just causes problems sometimes when we do that. But then sometimes when I do this, then it's like, okay, I don't have any order here. Yeah, this is all, yeah, the other crazy thing about my brain is like, okay, how can I do this in the least amount of turns possible? It's like always calculating. Oh, so silly. All right, but yes, please do take a look at that For More Inspiration link, because Susie has some beautiful samples there, and just to give you some ideas on how you can play with it. I'll find the ones that I miss as I'm using the Tortillion. It's always the case. And okay, Tortillion, here you are. And I'm just doing the overs and unders, and I'm just going to bring that graphite, up that section, working to not have it go to the outside. And I'm doing the same thing here, putting the tip of the tortillon on the line. I always think of it as the line I don't want to go over. Rick Roberts has said the line where you want it the darkest, and that's a great way to think about it too. Okay, apparently in my mind this is like a game of seek and find. And what's neat is, doing the shading, I was thinking, I don't know how much I like it. But once you get that shading done, it just, and then if we do some playing, it'll look completely different. Completely different. Oh yeah, that's what I did. Okay. And then I'm thinking, well, how else can we play with this? I did see so many things. I think I might just leave this as it is. But you know what? I need to see something. Because I just had this thought. And, if you've watched my videos, sometimes that happens. So what I'm seeing and her samples are just amazing. So you could put additional squiggly lines in here, or just maybe a curve line. You could do that. Oh, here's what I was thinking. I feel like there's so much, and then this is so little. And, and she has like some tangles going right up to it. So what I'm thinking, I think I just want to thicken it. I was going to maybe make it double, but I think let's not use a thicker pen, because I need it to kind of come off of that, like that. Then I can fill it in. If I just used a thicker pen, I wouldn't necessarily have it coming off of that line. So I'm still using kind of the take off and land concept. It just like merging back in there. So it's kind of like a ribbon-y type thing where you crisscross your lines, and then it looks like it's a twist. But like I said, I was just feeling like that needed something. Ooh, here I'm going to crisscross differently though. Because the nice thing about filling in something is you can adjust stuff. So that was like, yeah, because that line was a little bit wonky. That one too. I suppose you could also, and it would look really neat as well, is to just, like on the curve, maybe just expand that, go over that versus, making the whole thing thicker, because that is always neat to look at as well. All right. Yeah, I like that better. And then, you know what? Let's do this just because I have some sloppiness going on. So one way to fix some sloppiness is to put some rounding in. And I'm switching to my 005 to not make more issues for myself. As I was doing it right here, I'm like, oh, look I just made a new bump that I didn't want to have to deal with. And this you can just have them as come in as far as you want. I'm trying to somewhat make them close to the corner there. See, and it kind of disguises where that was thicker than the rest. And if I didn't say something, you wouldn't necessarily notice. And I have some places too where my graphite went outside of the lines, but blah, that's okay. So much nicer doing this with the thinner pen nib. And so, regardless of what size you do, just go one size smaller when you do this, and that just seems to really help. All right, so while I'm finishing this here, I want to also mention in that description section, besides looking at the links to the step outs, below those links is my link tree. So if you wish to connect, would love to do that. All of my social media links are there. Also, if you are interested, if you want to take the challenge, if you want to join me on this 100-day project, you can follow my blog. I mean, if you follow this, it's the same thing. All of the quickies are part of that. But you can follow the blog. We have a Facebook page, Facebook group, our Tangle Addicts community, and there it's nice because that way you could post your work and stuff like that, and get kudos and things, because that's what we like to do on the Tangle Addicts community group. If you decide to click on that link, there are 4 questions that you have to answer in order to gain entry, just so you know. I think I got all the little spots. Yes. I'm thinking of something else here too. But yeah, come and join us there. If you're interested in taking classes, tangling with me, Tuesdays and Thursdays are the days that I teach. Thursdays are always free. It's called Tangle Time. And then Tuesdays generally have a fee, except for the third Tuesday. And all of that, of course, subject to change. All right. I'm just still thinking that we need to have something here. So, you know what? Let's stay a little bit away from the sides here. Okay. Let's connect it. And again, just using what's left on my Tortillion. Oh, that adds something to it. I like it. I like it indeed. Yes. All right. And I like it so much, I'm going to do some on the outside too. All right. So, yeah. It's a neat tangle. Definitely one, like I said, it's a little bit tricky, but I think once you get the hang of it and where the lines are going. Oh, and let me throw this in as well, because maybe this is also why Susie had well, now I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure. Because I was thinking, if you find a way so that way you can feel like you're making like a continuous line. I mean, the trick is because there are things hinging on other things, and I think Susie did a really great job of making it so that way you don't have to kind of make stuff up. Because I as you go, because sometimes with these, you have to leave a gap, and it just doesn't seem natural. I guess the only way I can describe it. Because it was just like, oh, where am I at? It's like you can't even find it. We're extending this up, and we're extending this up, and everything kind of hinges a bit on something else, where it's not like you're leaving some weird gaps and then have to fill it in afterwards. So she did a really good job on that. But yeah, it's super cute. Super cute. All right. So if you've enjoyed this, and I hope you have, please click on the like button. And if you liked it enough to see more, would love to have you be a subscriber to the channel. I mentioned the description section, so do check that out. And with that, thank you again so much for watching. And straighten it up. Now it's going the wrong way. Thanks again for watching. And I wish you happy tangling.